What's up, gamers? My name's Scyushi, and today we've got a very special announcement. So you guys may not have already caught my stream the other day. It was a very short one, and in all honesty, I've been a little bit under the weather, as you can probably hear with my nose being a bit congested. Let me actually get out of here just because of the sound being too loud. So the Leviathan update apparently was actually supposed to have released yesterday. Yes, that's right. October 1st is when the Leviathan update was supposed to be coming out. Now, I had a couple people just telling me in game that they saw it on either the forums or something. I don't know where they ended up seeing it, but I wanted to confirm with my own source. And I actually did check my emails, and lo and behold, I had a message from my contact over at Game Ago, and they were telling me that the Leviathan update, which is titled Into the Deep, was going to end up coming October 1st. Now, it didn't end up actually coming out, which is very strange, and I know that console players are sitting there going, well, is it going to come out for us? More than likely not. I would expect that the update is probably going to end up coming out a little bit later, just because that's what they ended up talking about in their Trove team letter. They said how they wanted to end up having updates come out for the PC, and then end up coming out slowly after on the consoles. So more than likely, that's what we'll end up seeing happening. I thought that we were going to have two big updates for this year, because they kind of implied that they were going to work on Shadow Towers as well for the later year update, and then the Leviathan update I honestly thought was going to end up being a lot sooner. But that said, it seems like that is not the case. The Leviathan update for some reason just didn't end up coming out. So there's the high possibility that they ran into technical issues. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it for you guys so that I can let you know what's actually going on. But for the most part, I'm kind of in the dark, same as you. I thought the update was supposed to be coming out yesterday, but it didn't, and then I speculated that there was the possibility the update would have come out later in the day yesterday, but now it's a full day later and we haven't heard anything. So yeah, I'm assuming, stop that. I'm assuming that they just ended up running into technical issues because of the stupid server migration, because that has just been absolutely destroying this game lately, and is one of the big key factors as to why I haven't really been around as much, because I wanted to take this opportunity to have a video that not only talks about the new updates supposed to be coming out, which hopefully it'll come out sometime this week. If not, they always do their updates on Tuesday, so there's a high probability that we won't see the Into the Deep update until next week. But it's kind of cool that we're actually having it come out before the Halloween update. So I was right, because I speculated that we would end up seeing it come out before the Halloween update, because the devs in fact did say that we were going to end up getting a big update, and the next big update to Trove was going to end up being the Leviathan update, which it makes sense that it would end up coming out before the Halloween update, because otherwise we're going to end up being busy with like way too many things, right? Like, we're going to be busy with hunting the Leviathans, doing U10 and doing the new adventure quests and stuff like that, and then the Halloween event is going to be coming around as well, which more than likely that's going to end up being halfway through October, so we'll just have to wait and see what ends up happening. Now, what's actually been going on with me is a lot of just big changes as far as my setup is concerned. I'm gonna have like a my gear video for those of you that are interested in some of the behind the scenes stuff, just because I'm in the process right now of actually upgrading my computer. And unfortunate or fortunate, what I'm trying to upgrade on my computer, like, I've already got a godlike video card, and everything else about my computer is already super duper awesome. The only thing that's been lacking for years now is actually my CPU. So I won't get too into it, just because for those of you that don't understand like all the computer stuff or anything like that, but basically the CPU is going to end up making me be able to render videos out faster. It should make games like Minecraft run better, because it's very CPU intensive. And then that pretty much is it. Like, it's not really going to end up making that much of a difference as far as what you guys are going to see. Maybe I'll be able to render out videos at the same time that I'm recording, which sometimes I can. It depends on how graphic intensive the game that I'm playing actually is. CPU should also help me with Trove a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, I don't really deal with Trove issues, honestly speaking. Sorry I'm not using my face cam today. I'm actually, like I said, I'm kind of sick, so I want to have all my lights off. I don't want to have them all on my face. And then on top of that, I'm very, very busy today because I gotta get this video out for you guys as soon as possible, and then I'm heading downtown for a 2 to 3 hour tattoo session, and those usually just end up leaving me absolutely dead. So you can check out my Instagram later. You'll probably end up seeing a picture of it, if not on my Twitter as well. But the big thing, I don't mean to get off topic here, the big thing about upgrading my CPU is that unfortunately my motherboard can't support a higher CPU than the one that I've already got, which means that I had to upgrade my motherboard as well, which kind of sucks because, well, it's just more money. But on top of that, my RAM, I've got 32 gigs RAM, which honestly you don't really need for gaming. Again, that's for rendering and stuff like that. The reason, the thing that kind of sucks is I have DDR3, which doesn't actually work in the new motherboard that I'm getting, so I have to upgrade to DDR4, which means that in order to upgrade my CPU, I have to upgrade my motherboard. And when I upgrade my motherboard, I also have to upgrade my RAM, and it's crazy. It's one thing after another. Even with the CPU, back in the day when I got my original CPU, like it came with like a fan on it, right? Apparently CPU, that just doesn't happen anymore. So it doesn't actually have a coolant system, which means that I had to also order a fan for it. And I'm not really the most tech savvy. You know, thankfully I had Stratos, who's really computer savvy, and he ended up helping me out, helping me to re-understand how it all worked, because I always learn everything about like when I'm upgrading my computer, and then I don't upgrade my computer for like 2 or 3 years plus. And then by the time I'm upgrading it again, I've completely forgotten everything. Yeah, so that's the big thing that's going on right now for me is I'm just waiting on the parts, and then I gotta set it all up. On top of it, more recently, I ended up getting myself a monitor, like a bigger monitor, and I still don't really like using 4K on my computer just because 4K is not really the most supported program or most supported resolution by every other program in existence. However, I did end up bumping my resolution up to 1440, so you might notice a bit more of a difference in the video quality here just because I'm actually downscaling from 1440 to 1080, so maybe the screen will be a little bit sharper, but I don't know. I mean, with all the dithering of rendering and then uploading it to YouTube and stuff like that, it'll probably end up being a little bit, I don't know, it's probably not going to make much of a difference, honestly speaking. But higher quality scaled down usually does a better job than just having it raw, so we'll see what ends up happening. However, this means that I run into a few complications, especially with a game like Trove, because a game like Trove doesn't really support anything over 1080p. So I actually have to run this game in windowed mode now, and then I just expand the window to take up the full screen. Because if I run Trove in full screen right now, it actually only takes up 1080p in my 1440 monitor. Yeah. Wrap your head around that one. I don't know how that works. Same if I go to windowed full screen, Trove will actually not run in full screen. And I remember running into these issues back in the day when I originally was trying to bump up my monitor quality, and I was actually trying to record my videos, and I think I was trying to bump it up to 2K at the time, and then I was like, why? There's no point in going anything over 1080p and 60 frames, and honestly speaking, it just takes up more hard drive space. Like, the quality of these videos, I'm content with. It's perfectly fine. But back then when I was trying that out, I remember running into some big issues trying to run Trove in 2K just because it just didn't work. You know, like what can I say? So other than that, because Trove has just been an absolute lag fest, that's one of the big reasons that I've just been kind of preoccupied with playing other games, honestly speaking. It's not that I'm done with Trove by any means, guys. I mean, you know me, I'm gonna keep playing Trove for like ever. But come October, you know, somewhere later in the month, I've actually been playing Trove for 5 years. We're going to be hitting that 5-year mark. I don't have anything special planned as far as the video is concerned. Sorry to say, I really should. But it's been a wild ride. It's been a wild journey, and obviously I'm just going to keep playing Trove because I still love this game. It's still really good, but I'm most of all just waiting for that Leviathan update, and then otherwise I'm still, you know, I'm interested in the other games that I'm playing, even though I know you guys, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I find it very strange that you guys only come for the Trove stuff, because with Trove, for me anyways, like I understand you guys that are new and just tuning into the channel, it's like new and exciting and you get to see the end game content and stuff like that. But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I'm literally doing the same thing in Trove every single episode. You know, I'm really struggling with trying to find new content and things that keep things exciting for you guys. Like basically I'm pretty much waiting until there's a new update so that I can end up making a whole bunch of new tutorials with you guys and experiencing all the new content with you guys. But the updates are few and far between, and between all of that, it's just me kind of doing the same old. And you know, that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that there's a problem with that. Most of all, I'm just saying I find it weird that you guys want to watch me play Trove and do the same thing every single episode rather than actually giving some of my other Let's Play series a chance. You know, like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's perfectly fine if you guys aren't interested in checking out another game like Zelda or something like that, but it's still me. I'm literally the same person from here in Trove, just playing a different game. The difference is that those games are a lot more exciting because they're new and there's actually something to do in them. And on top of that, it's going to end up being a limited series as opposed to a game like Trove where I'm just going to keep playing it forever. Now, that said, you know, I try to end up doing my best to bring the videos that I think you guys would be interested in. And I do highly recommend that you guys check out my Destiny Let's Play series, even if just to sell you guys on the game. I know that it's sci-fi and I know that it's kind of a first-person shooter and stuff like that, but to me, Destiny is just another great free-to-play game. And it adds a lot more to the value of free-to-play games. Like, I think it's awesome that we have like a first-person shooter MMO game that we can all end up playing together. So I'd really like it if you guys would end up, you know, actually coming around for that as well. And just in general, for those of you that are like the hardcore fans, I know you guys are already supporting the channel. You guys are buying the merch. You guys are doing all the loots messages when I'm doing my live streams and junk like that. But you're also checking out my other Let's Play series. And that I just want to say I really do appreciate, because I mean, you know, literally when you guys are watching my other series, that means that it's actually directly supporting the channel and supporting me. And the biggest reason why I just hope that you guys become a little bit more interested in some of my other stuff isn't because I'm trying to push all my other content or anything like that. It's most of all just because Trove is becoming a lot less frequent, just because when the new update, like the Leviathan update for example, that's going to keep us all busy for quite some time. I'm going to be able to constantly create videos on that, but eventually, you know, we're going to end up having a bit of a dry spell before the next update. And at that point, it's going to end up being the same thing. Like, I haven't been doing Trove every single day anymore. I'm trying to keep Cube World as regularly as possible. But I mean, I'm also just kind of overdoing it with all the different games that I'm playing. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight as to my thought process and what's going on behind the scenes. You know, as far as I'm concerned, when I'm playing these other free-to-play games, I consider them just as important as a game like Trove, just because I'm really enjoying them and it's a free-to-play game, so everybody can tune in and everybody can play it together and stuff like that. That said, I know that you guys still come for Trove. There might be one day where Trove ends up dying, and maybe we'll end up moving on, but it's not going to end up being anytime soon. And especially with Cube World, like, it's like I can barely justify putting up a Cube World and a Trove video at the same time. Now, that said, I still have a huge list. Like, I'm not running out of ideas to make videos with Trove or anything like that. It most of all depends on if I feel inspired to do it, because I'm not one of those people where I can force myself to make like a Trove video when I don't want to. You know, like my class tutorials for 2019, for example, I should have got those all done at the beginning of the year, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll just, I pretty much just gotta end up crunching out the rest of those episodes, but it's like they're not really the most interesting thing for me to end up doing, you know? Like, I just prefer doing like live streams, for example. I love doing live streams with you guys because I get to actually interact with you guys and chill and hang out and stuff like that. But obviously not as many people are going to end up watching an hour-long video after the live stream is actually finished. So that's why, you know, here and there you guys might catch me doing a live stream and then that live stream doesn't actually go public on the channel. That's because I've kind of learned that I don't want to, you know, just for my own personal taste, I don't want to upload like hour-long videos every single day that are just live streams. Like, I'm perfectly content with uploading long videos so long as I'm actually doing something interesting, like when I'm recording a Destiny video, because then I know that I can commentate the whole way through, I can try and have fun with it, and I can end up doing a bunch of missions and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that those Destiny videos are necessarily going to end up being an hour long every time. Cube World, I guess, would be an even better example, where I record maybe like 30 to 40 minutes and then I cut it down as much as I can. But it's not like I have too many cuts in the Cube World Let's Play or anything like that. But it's like, at least then I'm progressing and I feel like I'm actually doing something, instead of if I just upload a live stream, it's completely raw and there's like no cuts or anything like that. And it's just, I don't know. I can't justify uploading streams every single day. I'll still have them here and there. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know about all that stuff. Hopefully I didn't just ramble on in circles about all these things. You know, again, I'm a little bit sick, so I kind of have a stupid brain right now. You guys know how it goes. Like, it's very difficult for me to focus on things, but I gotta try and get this video out for you guys as soon as possible, and then I gotta head downtown. And I mean, it's really, really cold as well, and I got a bike downtown because... Thanks for watching, though, gamers. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope you've been enjoying all the other content that we've been doing on the channel. I, myself, personally, have just been absolutely in love with what I've been doing lately. I really liked when I was just doing one video a day, because I could dedicate a lot more time to editing. That's pretty much why I stopped the Minecraft series, was because I just frankly don't have the time anymore. But as much as I would love to do one video a day, if I'm doing one video a day, it's like, what? Here's a Destiny video, here's a Cube World episode, here's a Zelda episode, oh, here's a Trove episode. Like, it would only be every like 4 or 5 days that you would end up seeing a Trove episode, and then it would be even longer before you end up seeing another Destiny or a Cube World or a Warframe video or something like that, you know? So that's why I've just gone back to doing the 2 videos a day. Maybe there will be a point where I dumb it down to 1 video a day, but as of right now, honestly speaking, I'm just playing too many games. I don't know. I'm just kind of bad for that, even though I know that 1 video a day is probably better for my channel, but it's like, I'm playing too many things. And if I don't upload more than 1 video a day, it would just take forever to end up getting some of these games done on the channel and stuff like that. Anyways, now I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Smash like, sub for more, buy some of the merch if you want to support the channel. And if you are new to Trove, you can actually use the sign up link that's down in the description. And then anything that you end up buying out of the cash shop, I'll actually end up making a percentage of that, which is absolutely awesome. It's a great way that you can support me by just playing Trove, because it's not going to end up increasing the price of anything. I'm also still working on my video for mastery farming, as well as just a list of all my mods and stuff like that, so you guys can stay tuned for that. Those videos are bigger projects though, so they do take a little bit longer for me to do, not to mention if this Leviathan update comes out anytime this week, then I'm going to be very, very busy with all of that. Thanks for watching. Sayonara and stay epic, gamers.